Hello, my name is Sarah Edge, and these are my reflections for week one of the readings and about my thoughts about putting on a production with a combined middle school and high school class. I'm kind of overwhelmed. I feel less overwhelmed after doing the readings this week because it gave me a guide to follow for what I need to do to help ensure that I'm ready to begin the play when we start in a couple of weeks. Um, the first book that I read was the Baughman one because it came first in the mail. I was waiting until about Tuesday for the Catron book to come. But I found the first chapter of the Baughman book to be really discouraging because I don't have any resources to hire a director. It would be invaluable to have somebody to work under to show me the ropes for my first time. However, that's not in the cards. And I'm really glad that the book moved forward in the following chapters about what to do if you're going to direct yourself, and that we have the Catron book about how to be a director because I don't have anybody to learn from except for this class right now and a mentor, one of my friends from high school who is also a theater teacher. So, but he lives in Texas, and I live in Washington. I really enjoyed the theater history section about how the position of director is something that's relatively new and that they didn't have those. Even like 150 years ago, it wasn't a position that was around. And I liked learning about Georg II's theater troupe and how he worked to create a more unified piece, including sets and costumes where everything went together. And about how that connected to the literature and philosophy and sociology going on at the time. So a shift from more of like spectacles where it's the theater is about gods and celebration, spectacle and ritual, down to more modern ideas of humanism and realism being present in theater. I really liked reading about that connection. I've also really enjoyed all the connections that I've been able to make with part of theater arts and visual arts because I'm a visual arts instructor. That's what my certification is in. That's what my master degree is in. So I'm going for another degree now. But there are a lot of parallels between visual arts and theatrical arts with things like emphasis and emotion and analysis. So it's helped me to make connections where I can understand the content of the books better, or like read the script to a director being like a block of stone to Michelangelo. That resonated with me because I've been hearing about that story for my entire life as an artist. I am currently doing the script analysis that was outlined in chapters 3 and 4. That's probably the most valuable thing that I've seen so far. I had no idea that such thorough script analysis was needed to put on a good play. I thought that if you just took a script, like it would be good enough. You roll with it because I don't have that experience. So having these guidelines in place is really helping me. I haven't analyzed a book since probably high school. So I've got my play and I've been looking at the plot, the characters, their motivation, looking at the breakdown of the action. So prior action in my play would be when Prometheus stole fire from Zeus and then was chained to a rock, and an eagle ate his liver every day until he escaped, which is talked about in scene 2 of my play, which is Pandora's Fire, which is a modern adaptation of the story of Pandora. And then trying to figure out, like looking at the analysis for characters, what motivates them, what their goals are. Pandora's goal is to destroy humankind, which is also the antagonist Zeus's goal, but she's a tool used by him. So that's interesting. I also really liked reading about the part about respecting the integrity of the script and the playwright because it's their art that is you're using, and we don't want to bastardize somebody else's work. So trying to analyze the script so we can see it through their lens and appropriately perform the art that they've created and allowed us to perform. I really appreciated that as well. So, but I'm out of time, so that's a wrap. Thank you.